So now for the 840, this is more or less a refresher where more than likely we'll probably use this one in pediatric mode. And so if you would, just go ahead and turn on the ventilator. The ventilator is going to go through its cycle and check everything, do its internal checks. Now remember, in order to use this for a brand new patient, on the vent startup, we select new patient. And we have to figure out our patient's weight. But being that this is a pediatric patient, the tidal volumes and the kilograms are going to be a bit smaller. So for this to be a pediatric patient, we'll say that they're roughly like 15 kilos. All right, so it's beeping at us, letting us know, hey, this is kind of low. Are you sure you want to do this? Select OK in the corner that bypasses that. And then we further can adjust our ventilator. All right, now being that it's a pediatric patient, we can also use this not only in pressure control, but also volume control. So we will leave it in volume control. All right, so let's continue. All right, so you'll notice the size of the tidal volume. So our patient is 15 kilos. Notice that volume, it's 110. Now, in the adult world, we're accustomed to seeing like 800, 700, 750, 650. So just keep in mind that those smaller volumes are for a smaller subset of patients. All right, so we'll keep the rate at 10. We'll leave the tidal volume. Let's boost them up a little bit. Let's put them on 150. All right. And what about our flow rate? What's our rule about flow rate? You don't receive an order for it. But what general rule did you learn?
15. 8. You take the first two.
Eight.
Total volume.
Maybe, or 8.
To be 15.
All right. So you take the first two values of the tidal volume, and you can use that as a reference for your flow rate. But if this were a neonatal patient, yes, you would put it on 8. All right, next we have our sensitivity. We can set that accordingly. Okay. And then we have our FiO2. If it's an emergent situation, we can have them on 100%. Otherwise, if it's just routine type therapy, we can put them on 60%. Try that. And our PEEP, we can put that on 4. All right. And so now we are ready to use our ventilator for our patient. So go ahead and accept. Next, remember, this machine also says, hey, what about your apnea parameters? You need to set those. So the rule about the apnea parameters is that you always want to try to match whatever settings that you have. All right, so our rate we see is set on 10. Our tidal volume, we try to match that. Let that set that at 150. All right, set our flow rate at 15. And because this is an emergent situation, in most cases, when the patient stops breathing, we leave them on 100% and we maintain our apnea time at 20 seconds. All right, once everything is acceptable, we click accept. And now we're waiting to connect our patient. So if you would, go ahead and connect our patient.
You want me to take the Y off? I mean, the HME off?
No, you can leave that on. All right. So our ventilator is working. And just looking at those values, notice our peak pressure is 11. Our mean is 5.7. PEEP, we're losing a little bit of PEEP somewhere. IDE, and our tidal volume. All right, so now that's a friendly reminder about what? What is it that we did not set on our ventilator as of right now?
Alarms.
We have to set our alarms. Okay? So,
Balance is down there.
Where's the other?
all right, so looking from left to right, our peak inspiratory pressure. All right. Our patient's pressure is roughly at 11. So in this regards, being as a pediatric patient, well, what are the rules for adult patients? Because remember, these pediatrics are small adults.
10, 15 above.
Okay, all right. So if we're at 11, go ahead and set your alarm appropriately. All right, our measured respiratory rate is 10. Where do we set our alarm for that? Okay. Now here's where our problem is. It's the minute ventilation alarm. So let's make adjustment in that. Our measured volume, minute ventilation is 1.5. So 2 and 4s can apply for that.
Oh, 3.5, sorry. Can't add.
Okay.
How far down?
All right. And you don't want to get too low, so
How far down?
0.5 should be appropriate for that. You never want to absolutely turn off your alarms. All right, and then look at our tidal volume. We're measuring roughly about 149. So what's our rule for our adult patients?
100 above, 100.
Okay, so 100 above, 100 below. Okay. All right, once we are ready, we can accept all of those values. All right. So now the machine is happy, we're happy, and our patient's happy. So that is setting up the 840 using pediatric values.